Hello everyone, my name is Joey. This video is to kind of like reach out to people who are in certain situations similar to me. It doesn't have to be similar, it could be anything it wants to be. And just to see what everyone has to say about life in general. So my name is Joey, like I said. I was recently diagnosed with a autoimmune disease and also a kidney disease. And for the longest time, I just was in so much pain all the time. I got overweight. I gained so much weight. I had diabetes type 2. I was peeing blood every day. Being in the sun was absolutely miserable. But one day I woke up and it just clicked. I don't know what it was exactly. There was something in my head that just was like, alright, dude, you need to get up or you're gonna die. And maybe that's crazy because I'm not that old. I'm still pretty young. But I just went to the gym and I didn't do much. All I did that day was bench press, and I did triceps, and I only did one workout for each body part. And then all of a sudden I started going every day. I didn't fix my diet. I was still eating terrible at the time. But I started working out consistently. And then I started changing my diet, and then what do you know, I lost like 50 pounds, and I lost 70 pounds, and then I don't have diabetes type 2 anymore. I'm not even pre-diabetic no more. My A1C has dropped so low that I'm not either anymore. Sure, I probably am still a higher risk than most because I had it before, plus the kidney disease, but I feel much better because of that little change in my life. And I'm reaching out to those people who have felt sick. It doesn't matter if you're fat. It doesn't matter if you have a drinking problem. It doesn't matter if you have a drug problem. It doesn't matter if you have a disease. It doesn't matter, if you're just depressed, if life feels like it's just too much for you. I just want to hear your story about how you overcame these situations, because every time I go to the gym, I tell myself, you have one more, you're not weak. No matter the pain, I'll be tearing up from pain from the gym. I mean, even today when doing back, because I just had a kidney surgery, I started tearing from the pain. I started feeling woozy, everything, and I just told myself, it doesn't matter what you have to do. You're going to give everything you got. It doesn't matter how you look at the end of the day. You're going to give everything you got. You're going to make sure when you leave here, you feel accomplished. And if you don't feel accomplished, that little bit of disappointment you have when you leave the gym is everything. Because that little disappointment you have when you wake up the next morning, it's always good to have a little bit of disappointment, because that's what's going to motivate you when you go to the gym or do whatever you're going to do in your life. It doesn't have to be the gym. For me, it's the gym. That's how I coped with it. That's how I moved forward. For some people, it might be something simple. They might have started doing what I'm trying to do now. This is the first video I ever did. Maybe they started reaching out to people. Maybe they started doing whatever they want to do. I just want to know your story. And your story matters to me. And it matters to me a lot. And I want the people who feel like they're not being heard just to reach out and talk to me. And just know that if you don't think anybody cares, it sounds corny, but I care. I want to hear your story. I'll read everything that you write. I'll comment on everything you write. And even if I get anything bad, I don't care, because I'm at the point in my life now where I know what's wrong with me finally. And now that I know what's wrong with me and I'm finally going to be on medicine, it gives me the opportunity to give everything I have. I've worked so hard to get to the point that I'm at now that I could finally go farther than what I am now. But yeah, I love you guys. Tell me your stories.